Hi students, welcome to my channel. This is our 6th class of wave optics chapter. In this chapter, we can discuss about theory of interference. Theory of interference. Okay. In theory of interference, there were 5 marks questions they will ask. Okay. Give the theory of interference and arrive the condition for constructive and destructive interference. The question will be give the theory of interference and arrive the condition for constructive and destructive interference. Now I am going to give the theory of interference means I am going to take two light waves. Yes or no? Two waves of same frequency. Yes or no? Two waves of same frequency traveling in a medium in the same direction. Yes, traveling in a medium in the same direction. A and B are the amplitudes. A and B are amplitudes of the two waves. A and B are the amplitudes of two waves having a phase difference phi. Having a phase difference phi I am going to take. Okay, the two light waves having amplitudes A and B having a phase difference phi traveling in a medium in the same direction having the same frequency. Now I am going to write the displacement of the first wave y1. Displacement of the first wave will be y1 is equal to A sin omega t. Now displacement of the second wave y2 is equal to B sin omega t plus phi. Because having a phase difference is how much? Phi, no? That's why B sin omega t plus phi. Now the resultant displacement means interference means both are going to interfere. No? Now this resultant displacement y is equal to y1 plus y2. This one y is equal to y1 plus y2. Now I am going to substitute these equations. Now y is equal to A sin omega t. A sin omega t plus B sin omega t plus phi. B sin omega t plus phi. Now y is equal to A sin omega t. A sin omega t. B I am going to take common outside. Now sin omega t plus phi. So keep in mind sin omega t plus phi means sin A plus B. Yes, no, sin of A plus B. Sin of A plus B. What is sin of A plus B? Sin of A plus B means what? Sin A cos B. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Yes, no? Sin of A plus B, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Same way, here I am taking B outside means is what? Sin of A plus B. Sin of A plus B, I am going to write sin A means sin omega t, cos B means what? Cos phi, plus cos omega t means cos A means cos omega t, sin B means what? Sin phi. This will be the next step. Now I am going to take the B inside. What is going to become? A sin omega t plus B sin omega t cos phi plus B cos omega t sin phi. Sin phi. Now, in these two equations, keep in mind, in these two equations, I am going to take sin omega t will be common. Okay, in these two I am going to take here also sin omega t, here also sin omega t. I am going to take sin omega t common. Remaining is what? A plus B cos phi. A plus B cos phi. Now I am taking sin omega t is outside. Sin omega t outside, that will be A plus B cos phi. Now this is what b cos omega t sin phi. Now I'm going to take this is b sin phi. I'm going to write b sin phi cos omega t. b sin phi cos omega t. Now this one, keep in mind, this one, what is a plus b cos phi is there now. This one I'm going to take r cos theta. Resultant. The individual amplitudes I'm going to write in terms of resultant amplitudes. A plus b cos phi is equal to r cos theta. This one b sin phi I'm going to assume what? R sin theta. R sin theta. Now the resultant displacement y is equal to what is going to become? R cos theta sin omega t. R cos theta sin omega t plus R sin theta cos omega t. R sin theta cos omega t. Now I am going to rearrange the terms. Y is equal to R sin omega t. I am going to take R outside. Sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta. Cos omega t sin theta. Clear? Y is equal to, I am taking R outside. I am going to rearrange the term sin omega t cos theta plus cos omega t sin theta. Again it will be in the form of sin of a plus b. Sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Again I am going to apply the sin of a plus b formula. Therefore the resultant displacement, the resultant displacement y is equal to what? The resultant displacement y is equal to r sin of omega t plus theta. This is what resultant displacement, sin of omega t plus theta. Okay, this is what resultant displacement. Now come to the resultant amplitude. Yes, we have to find out the resultant amplitude. When you have to find out the resultant amplitude, means keep in mind here r cos theta is what? R cos theta is a plus b cos phi. R sin theta is what? B sin phi. Okay, R cos theta is a plus b cos phi. R sin theta is b sin phi. Now these two equations I am going to squaring and adding. Okay, I am going to squaring and adding. I am going to squaring and adding these two equations. When I am going to squaring and adding these two equations, what is going to become? R square cos square theta plus R square sin square theta. Now this one, R left hand side only, R square cos square theta adding R square sin square theta. Now right hand side, a plus b cos phi whole square. Adding this one means b square sin square phi. B square sin square phi. Now R square I am going to take common. Remaining is what? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Now this one I am going to squaring means a square plus b square cos square phi. A plus b whole square. A square plus b square plus 2ab. 2ab cos phi plus b square sin square phi. B square sin square phi. Now again this one sin square, here r square common, no? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is how much? 1. Therefore this is equal to what? R square. Okay, again here keep in mind b square cos square phi, b square sin square phi. I am going to take b square will be common. Cos square phi plus sin square phi will be how much? 1. Clear? Yes or no? B square cos square pi plus B square sin square pi. B square I am going to take common. What is going to become? B sin square pi plus cos square pi is equal to 1. That is equal to A square plus B square. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos pi. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos pi. When I am going to write resultant amplitude R is equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos pi. This is the expression for resultant amplitude. R is equal to root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos pi. Clear? Clear? Yes or no? Simple thing. I am going to take the two waves having a displacement y1 and y2 having the amplitudes A and B of phase difference phi, but frequency will be same and traveling in a same direction. When they are going to interfere means the displacement of the two waves I am going to add. When I am going to add sin omega t plus B sin omega t plus phi. This one I am going to expand using the sin of A plus B formula. Then I am going to take sin omega t common. This one, the individual amplitudes I am going to write in terms of resultant amplitudes. Then I will get the resultant displacement. After that, here what we took? A plus B cos pi is R cos theta. B sin pi is R sin theta. That one I am going to squaring and adding. When I am going to squaring and adding, I will get the resultant amplitude. Just now I am going to write the resultant amplitude. Now we can write the resultant intensity and arrive the condition for constructive and destructive interference. Just now we can arrive the condition for constructive and destructive interference. Clear? Still now it's clear? Okay. Now okay. Now say we got the resultant amplitude R is how much? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos pi. No? 2AB cos pi. Clear? Yes, no? 2AB cos pi. Now say if amplitudes of the both the waves is equal to same. If amplitudes of the both the waves will be same, when amplitudes of the both the waves will be same, what is going to become? R is equal to root of A square plus A square plus 2A into A is what? 2A square cos square pi. Now A square plus A square, 2A square. Again 2A square plus 2A square cos square pi. I am going to take 2A square will be common. When I am going to take 2A square will be common, remaining is what? 1 plus cos square pi. 1 plus cos square pi. R is equal to 2A square 2A square 1 plus cos square pi. Yes, 1 plus cos square pi is how much? 2 cos square pi by 2. 1 plus cos square pi is how much? 2 cos square pi by 2. Already you know 1 plus cos square pi is cos pi. 1 plus cos pi. 1 plus cos pi. 1 plus cos pi formula is what? 2 cos square pi by 2. Yes, 2 cos square pi by 2. When I am going to substitute here, 2 cos square pi by 2. When it will be 2 square pi by 2, 2 cos square pi by 2, or is equal to what? 2 into 2, 4. 4 I am going to take root means what? 2. A square I am going to take the square root means what? A. Cos square pi by 2 means what? Cos pi by 2. This is what? Resultant amplitude. Yes, no? Resultant amplitude. If both the waves are having the same amplitudes. Yes, no? Both the waves are having the same amplitudes. Now, already we know that intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. Yes, sir, intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. When I am going to square this equation, means resultant intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude, means here A means what? Initial intensity, means I naught is directly proportional to A square. I naught is directly proportional to A square. When I am going to square this equation, what is going to become? R square is equal to 2 square means 4, A square means A square, cos square pi by 2. Cos square pi by 2. R square means what? Resultant intensity I is equal to 4. A square means amplitude of the individual, intensity of the individual source, I naught, cos square pi by 2. This is what? Resultant intensity. This is resultant intensity. Now we have to write the condition for constructive interference and destructive interference. Okay? First one I am going to take constructive interference. Second one I am going to take destructive interference. Okay? Constructive interference and destructive interference. Clear? Yes, sir. Constructive interference and destructive interference. Now, in constructive interference means already people know that crust of one wave falls on the crust of another wave, or trough of one wave falls on the trough of another wave, means resultant intensity will be maximum. Here, maximum intensity. Keep in mind, this is important. Constructive interference means what? Maximum intensity. Same way, destructive interference means one crust of one wave falls on the trough of another wave. Here is what? Minimum intensity. Here it will be maximum intensity, here it will be minimum intensity. Clear? Yes, no? Maximum intensity, another will be minimum intensity. Here we have to get the maximum intensity, means cos square pi by 2 will be how much? 1. Minimum intensity means what? Cos square pi by 2 will be 0. Yes, the cos square pi by 2 will be 0. Now I am going to substitute here. Cos square pi by 2 will be 1. Yes, the cos square pi by 2 will be 1. Here cos square pi by 2 will be 0. Minimum intensity. What's the condition? That is the condition. I have to get the maximum intensity. Here is going to become 1. Minimum intensity here is going to become what? 0. Now, I am going to take square root on both sides. Square root on both sides. I am going to take square root on both sides. Here also I am going to take square root on both sides. I am going to take square root on both sides. What is going to become? Cos square pi by 2 is equal to plus 1 means cos pi by 2, and I am going to take square root cos pi by 2. This is going to become plus or minus 1. Okay, when I am going to take square root cos square, the square root cancel, cos pi by 2. I am going to take square root of 1 means that is plus or minus 1. Again here cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Whenever I am going to get here plus 1 and minus 1, that's not plus 1 and minus 1 is already people know that pi by 2, whenever you are going to get cos inverse of plus 1 and cos inverse of minus 1 means plus 1 means what? 0 degree. Again minus 1 means 180 degree, means that will be 0, pi, 0, pi, again 0, 1, 5 minus 1. Again plus 1 means what? 2 pi, 360 degree. 2 pi. Again minus 1 means what? 3 pi, etc. so on. This is pi by 2. Now pi is what? When I am going to multiply here, 2 into 0, 0. Again 2 into pi, 2 pi. Again 2 into 4, 2 pi, 4 pi. 3 pi, 6 pi, so on. Okay, 6 pi, so on. Now, wherever we are going to get the constructive interference means the phase difference will be what? At 0. Next it will be 2 pi. Next it will be 4 pi. Next it will be 6 pi. This one when we are going to write in the equation form, pi is equal to what? 2n pi. Yes, we can write the equation. It will be 2n pi. Now see here, where n is varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Clear? I am going to write in the equation form pi is equal to 2n pi, where n varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. First, when you substitute n equal to 0, 0 into 2 is 0, 0. Next n equal to 1, 2 into pi, 2 pi. Next n equal to 2, 2 into 2, 4, 4 pi. N equal to 3, 3 into 2, 6, 6 pi. Like that we will get. Okay. Same way here, cos pi by 2 is equal to 0 means cos inverse of 0 whenever we will get means pi by 2 is equal to 0 means when we will get 0 means pi by 2. Next it will be 3 pi by 2. Whenever you will get the 0 means pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. Okay, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 means cos 90 will be 0, 5 pi by 2. Like that you will get the 0 values. Now pi is equal to what? And I am going to take the 2 here. 2 pi by 2 means pi. Next 6 pi by 2 means what? 3 pi. It will be 5 pi, etc. This one when I am going to write in the equation form, the pi is equal to what? 2n plus 1 into pi. Where here also n varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. so on. N varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. so on. This is what condition for phase difference in constructive interference. This is the phase difference condition. This is the phase difference condition in constructive interference. Now we have to write what? Path difference. Now already we know that phase difference pi is equal to, keep in mind, phase difference pi is equal to 2 pi by lambda, 2 pi by lambda into path difference means I am going to write delta. Path difference means I am going to write delta. Now the path difference delta I have to find out now. The path difference delta is equal to lambda by 2 pi. I am going to cross multiply. Lambda by 2 pi into phase difference. When I am going to substitute the values, lambda by 2 pi, phase difference is 2n pi. 2n pi, 2n pi cancel. The path difference delta is equal to n lambda. This is the condition for what? Path difference. This is the condition for path difference. Again, here also we have to write the condition for path difference means what? Same formula we can take. Same formula. When I am going to take the path difference, delta is equal to lambda by 2 pi. Lambda by 2 pi. The phase difference is what? 2n plus 1 into pi. Both the side pi cancel. The path difference delta is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. This is the what? Condition for destructive interference. Path difference, phase difference. Clear? Clear? That's a simple thing. When I am going to get the resultant amplitude, that resultant amplitude I am going to take amplitudes of the both the waves will be same. When I am going to assume amplitudes of the both the waves will be same, I will get the resultant amplitude 2a cos after this, already we know that intensity is directly proportional to square of the amplitude. When I am going to square in this equation, R square is I, A square is amplitude of the individual source I naught, cos square pi by 2. This equation. Now we have to get the constructive interference and destructive interference. Means here constructive interference means maximum intensity, destructive interference means minimum intensity. Maximum intensity means this will be what? +1. Minimum intensity means that will be 0. Yes, that will be 0. After that, whenever we will get the 0, whenever we get the 0, we will get the condition. After getting this condition, we can write the equation form pi is equal to 2n pi, where n is equal to varies from 0 to 3. Again, we will get the same answers. Again, here also 2n plus 1 into pi, n equal to 0 1 to 3. Again, we are going to substitute here, when n equal to 0, pi, n equal to 0, 0 plus 1 means pi. N equal to 1, 2 into 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 pi. N equal to 2, 2 into 2, 4, 4 plus 1, 5 into pi, 5. Like this we get the expression. Now we are going to get the path difference means what? The phase difference is equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference. So path difference is equal to lambda by 2 pi into phase difference 2n plus 1 into pi. Pi 5 will be cancelled. 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. This is 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2. This is what theory of interference, and we are going to write the conditions for constructive and destructive interference. Now we are going to write the condition for constructive interference and destructive interference. Means simple. We have to write in terms of phase difference or in terms of path difference. Here also we are going to write the condition for destructive interference. Means we are going to write in terms of phase difference or in terms of path difference. Clear? This is what theory of interference. That's the theory of